Murad Gazdiev there. Now, a white South African farmer was murdered recently amid rising tensions over land ownership in the country. RT spoke with the victim's neighbour, who was himself attacked the day after the killing. Gerald Knight says white farmers are living in fear.
We were shocked when we heard Stefan Smit had been killed. Our first thoughts were that it's the same people that came from, because their property is only about 2 kilometers over the hill from us. So it would be quite easy for somebody to get across there and down here. I think we're a lot more scared than we were, say, even 2 years ago. Up until in the last year, 18 months, we had no burglar proofing on our house. We didn't think it was necessary. But now we think it's definitely necessary.
Well, in post-apartheid South Africa, whites do make up 8% of the population, but they still dominate the economy and own more than 70% of the country's most productive land. In 2017, the African National Congress endorsed the expropriation of land without compensation, although the policy has still to become law. Well, that prospect has heightened tensions, bringing the national debate over the ownership of land to the fore. The number of farm attacks has increased significantly over the last 4 years, and the government denies white people are being deliberately targeted and says farm murders are part of South Africa's crime problem.
I saw a person outside the window in the kitchen, and it all happened so fast. He was standing on the ground. I said, "They're coming. Get in the bedroom." So when this guy was smashing at the bars with the crowbar, I grabbed hold of it to try and get it from him, because I thought that I could stop him from smashing his way in. But he was so strong. He just ripped it out of my hands, and I got hold of it a second time. And he ripped it out of my hands again, and then he was through the window. And as he came in, he just slammed me across the room.
According to police, one of the suspects in the recent winemaker's murder was previously employed by him. This triggered calls for better policing of agricultural farmlands. Lindsay Mastorp is a spokesperson for Black First, Land First, and says that South African society still lacks equality.
South Africa is a divided society, the most unequal society in the world. Black people in general in this country are subjected to landlessness. And in this particular case, and white people in particular, the white minority continues to lord over the land that they stole since 1652, 80% of the land. Black people in particular, continue to live without land and without homes in a very undignified way. The white community is trying to present to the international community like there's some white genocide happening against them. This is completely false. White people, when they die in their gated communities or on their farms, the stolen land that they possess, white people and the white community at large tries to make it like it's some special experience that they are being targeted. If anything, we must realize that black people are subjected to inhumane conditions, thrown into ghettos, and living in an oppressed society where we remain landless. The black majority, we were thrown into the ghettos and kill each other as a result of this. And white people must simply return the land that they've stolen, so as to ensure that we as black people can live with dignity and not be oppressed in the ways that we are being oppressed.